It's your girl, Tia Shasha High, the host of Millennial High, where the trend-setting millennial comes for motivation, inspiration, and deep conversation. Today is the last day for WPPM's Fun Drive. Each week, WPPM 106.5 FM produces over 65 hours of original local content for the community. WPPM stands for People Powered Media. So if you enjoy content like this, which is content that supports, highlights, and uplifts those in our community, join me in supporting then WPPM, an independent commercial-free media, and make a donation to phillycam.org today. If you choose to do so, go to WPPMFM.org. And in honor of the Fun Drive, we have a very special show for you today. The very talented, beautiful, and extremely humble recording artist, Miss Tia, is in the house. How are you, girl?
Hi, everybody.
I'm
Hi,
so
Tia.
happy you're here. I'm so thrilled. We'll vibe about her musical journey, her new single called You Know, and she'll share any advice she has for any aspiring singers. And our Trendsetter segment, which highlights people, music, ideas, and events that are on the leading edge, will highlight you, the listener. And I'll open the phone lines for any questions and comments you have for Miss Tia. About Millennial High, this show serves as a platform for those who want to inspire and provoke others to take action towards their purpose in life. If you have an inspirational, uplifting, thought-provoking message you want to share with the millennials of the world, I want you. Be on the show. Email me at millennialhigh@gmail.com and let's connect. But first, as always, set the mood, right, for today's show. And for my beautiful guest, you look so good today.
Thank you, Tia. You
like,
too.
oh my gosh, she's amazing. I feel like I should have worn something else. Like,
you look good, Tia.
And I talked to Tia a little bit and about, listen, let's play like your favorite song right now. What's out? What's hot to you right now? And it's Jessie J. And I was like,
Yay.
I love Jessie J too.
I love that song.
I love her music.
Yes.
So we're going to play Queen and we'll be right back in a few minutes. All right. So stay tuned and we'll come back with Miss Tia.
Yay.
Talk to you soon. And we are back. You just heard Queen by Jessie J. She has a new album coming out called R.O.S.E. It stands for Realizations, Obsessions, Sex, Empowerment. I can't wait for that to drop, right? And you're listening to Millennial High on 106.5 FM. I'm your host, Tia Shasha High. So honored to have Miss Tia with me today during WPPM's Fun Drive. So honored.
Yay. I'm honored to be here, Tia. Really,
awesome.
I am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So today we're going to just find out who is Miss Tia.
Yes.
Like as an artist, as a woman, everything. So we have an hour to do that. And trust me, the time goes by so fast.
I can imagine.
Goes by so fast. And it's so important that I loved having you on the show today. And I picked today because it is WPPM's Fun Drive. And the point of us being here is to support local artists and talent and ideas and thoughts. And it's so great that Philly's own, because you were born and raised in Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
To have you on the show today is so perfect. So Tia is also known as Miss Tia. She's always been a singer. Even as a young child, her talent stood out amid a family of gifted vocalists. Tia has toured with many artists throughout the PA tri-state area, as well as the Lincoln University Gospel Choir. She performed at venues like the Mann Center, the National Constitution Center, and the Kimmel Center's Verizon Hall. Tia sings both a cappella and with accompaniment, and she's actually so amazing. And I'm so grateful that I met her.
Thank you, Tia.
No problem. And the interesting thing is, I met Zamira at a Women in Media event. It was I think it was in the summer. So Women in Media, they had a conference, and so I met her, and she was so cool and down to earth. And so I think she told you about me. And so when you reached out because Tia just had her release party for her single, and she invited me, and oh God, it was just the love. Like, you get so much support and love from everyone around you. And, like,
Yeah.
that's the one thing that I took away from. I was like, wow, like, she really has a great support
Wow.
system. Absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
people who love you. It's just amazing. Yeah. Okay. You like,
I'm like overwhelmed, but this is so beautiful. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
so talk to me. Let's talk about your musical journey. I love how in your bio is just kind of like, you stood out and you shined, even though you come from a family of like talented vocalists, you shined. So tell me about growing up in a household full of singers.
So, to be honest with you, I never really wanted to sing.
What?
Nope, never really wanted to sing, but I grew up in church, so my mom always had me a part of the choir. We could not go to church and not be a part of something. So I had to be a part of the choir. It wasn't until, just a little background. So I was 16 years old, and unfortunately, my cousin was murdered. But singing was my way of communicating with him, so to speak. So I started singing. I started singing in high school, and I was like, okay, like this is pretty cool. I think I can do this. And then I went on to college, Lincoln University, yay! And then I started singing in the gospel choir. But at that point, that's when I realized, okay, this is probably something that I think I can do and I can do well. So I started singing, and my aunt sang as well. They had a group back in the day called the Southern Joyful Crusaders. So I sang with them. But in my family, everybody just sang in church, but nobody really, wanted to do it like mainstream, or nobody really thought about doing it full time, or even pursuing it as a profession. So, but it's just really, really, it blows my mind to this day that I'm even doing this, because it's something that I never really wanted to do.
That is so, you know what? Okay. So I went out to this event yesterday, and that's something that I was talking to one of the girls there. She sings, her name is Roxy, and she said almost the same thing. She's so shy. And
That's
she's
me.
like, she stood in the corner like almost all night. And I was like, well, what? You're different on stage. And she's
Yeah.
like, no, I have this like persona on stage. So is that what you do too? Like,
So
how
you-
do you break out from that?
Honestly, it's something that you just have to, you grow into, because I'm still, even now to this day, like I'm still nervous getting on stage and just being shy. And I can sing in front of like thousands of people, but if it's like two people in the room, I'm like, but it's
I'm
just
going to put
something
that to the test a little later. No.
But honestly, I just think it's a gift, to be honest with you. I feel like it's a gift from God. But to be able to just go out there and then have the courage to do it and just sing and just, it feels natural. So that's why I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It feels comfortable.
So how did you break away from your group, your family's group, from your aunt's group, I guess?
That's a very good question. So, of course, they were all into gospel and singing gospel music. So when I said that I wanted to do R&B, they were like, what do you mean R&B? Like, it's God, God, God. And it's okay. Like, not to say that my music is, it doesn't, for me, it's inspirational.
Right.
So it's still technically, gospel, uplifting music. But when they heard like the single and the music that I'm doing now, it's like, okay, I think we can do that. So the support of my family is beyond amazing. Like, my family is like 1000% Team Tia.
Awesome.
So.
I love that. Oh, I have a Team Tia person back there. You're on the Facebook Live, and that's another thing. Is this Facebook Live? You have your
Yes.
friend. So, if you want to see how beautiful Tia looks right now, tune into her. Go onto her Facebook page and check her out, or you can go onto mine. So mine's is Millennial High, and yours is Miss Tia Live.
Yes, Miss Tia Live, or it's just Tia McNeil.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So then let's get back to the questions, because I like that you said that your music is inspirational, and that's one thing. That's why I love that song so much, and that's what this show is all about.
Thank
Like,
you,
I'm
Tia.
all about that.
Same
And
here.
I know that you put up a post recently where you're like, I could have, had a song about relationships or love or sex, but you chose to go this route. Can you talk more about that?
So I feel like, honestly, I don't feel like God has given me a platform to, how can I say this, to prostitute my gift, so to speak. Like, I don't feel like, and no, no disrespect to anybody's music, or I feel like God is creating a platform for me to encourage people and uplift them. And I mean, we can talk about love and sex all day. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love that. Not I love that stuff, but you know what I mean. I love talking about that stuff.
The truth's going on.
But,
Go ahead. No, I'm joking.
but I just feel like, we can talk about that all day. And that's what a lot of today's music is about. But I just want to get back to the real music and just uplifting people. And eventually I'm going to talk about love, but, loving more and just loving people in general. So I'm not against like the relationship talk and the sex talk. I'm all for that. But for what I want to do and the platform that I want to create for myself, I feel like it's just complete empowerment.
I love it. Did you ever feel that because you're not going the way that most singers go and most R&B songs are kind of about, heartbreak and, who to get with, you know? So did you feel kind of hesitant going the empowerment route?
Great question. So it took me literally, I started writing this song about, I want to say 3 years ago. I didn't want to put it out because I was like, okay, they're going to think that it's corny or it's not going to be accepted in the industry. I didn't think my producers were going to like it. So when they came to me and they said, okay, it's time to put out some music, I said, okay, well, can we try this song? Because I'm always hesitant because I feel like they're like top-notch producers. So I'm always like, they're going to shoot it down. But when I brought it to them, they were just like, I think we can work with this. So I was like, okay. So we started writing it. They helped me write it. And to me, it was just like, as we were writing it and going through the process, it was just like, I think we got something here. I think we got a gem on our hands. So after that, they were just like, okay, let's just put it out and see how the people respond to it. And this was honestly supposed to just be a test run, just to see like, okay, just to create Tia's sound and let's see what the people like and what they want. But the response that we've got, like, and I'm not trying to like pipe it up, but honestly,
you tell the truth, but you're telling the truth.
The response that we've gotten from it so far was just like, to me, it's just amazing. And it's starting to create a buzz, not only with, like my followers on Facebook, but with people in the industry. And I was like, okay, there's a space for me. Like, I feel like, I'm supposed to be here. Like, I can do this.
Yeah, I love that. And you created that space.
Yeah.
Right? So let's go back to the process, because I know you said you wrote the song 3 years ago. So do you write frequently? Like, so what prompted you to write the song? What's the story behind writing the song?
So I was in a relationship, a very long relationship, and he was doing, stuff with his life and going after his goals and his dreams and just thinking about the things that he was doing. And I'm like, instead of me trying to, bash this man, or you're not spending enough time with me, or you're not taking me out to dinner, he's literally chasing his dream, and sometimes when we're chasing our dream, we can't, sometimes we can't do everything that everybody's doing. When you're chasing a dream, you're not always there. So instead of me like putting him down or bashing him, let me try to build this man up. You know what I mean? Like, you telling him, I see the king in you. So we flipped it and said, I see the queen in you. I see you grinding. I see you shining and doing your thing. So I'm just going to build you up.
Yeah, I really love that. And Brooke's looking at me because she knows I love that you said that.
It's the truth.
It is so much the truth, because it seems like, everyone wants to do more, right? They want to be more than what they've allowed themselves to be.
Yeah.
So when you're in a relationship with someone like that, it's like you join the party or you got to leave the party. You know what I mean? It's like you go along for the ride, but what I love about it is that you took that and you created something beautiful out of it. Like, I love your song.
Thank you, Tia.
The lyrics are really great. Like, I'm such a lyric junkie. Like, that's the first lyric thing I do. I mean, I love beats and stuff like that, but I just really, I'm like, well, what are the lyrics? What is she saying right here? I need to know what she's saying. That's awesome. So then so you have your song, which we're going to play in a little bit.
Yay.
So let's talk about that process. So how did come about?
So CJ Branch, Revolution Collective, everybody knows that's who I work with. Those are my producers. But one particular person out of the branch was CJ Branch. And CJ had came and he had played. So I'm doing shows all over the tri-state, like Philly, Jersey, and we did a few shows in New York, but I didn't have my own product. It was, you're going around here, you're working, you're grinding, but where's your stuff? You know what I mean? I'm singing everybody else's music, but we need to hear what you have. So CJ Branch had played for me one time. He played for me a few times, excuse me. And he came to me. He's like, listen to you, it's time. I see the response that people are giving from you singing other people's music. It's time for them to respond to your music. So I said, okay. So CJ said, it's time to go into the studio. So we started working on the song. We literally sat down. I brought at that time, I thought it was a cheesy song, but I sat down with them and I brought my song to them, and we just started dissecting it and saying, okay, what could we talk about? At first, the song was supposed to be geared toward men only because I was talking to the king in you.
Right, yeah.
But we flipped it. We said, okay, well, why not talk about the king and the queen? So I thought about Lauryn Hill's doo-wop.
Oh, yeah.
When she started, when she was talking to the kings and she was talking to the guys, and then she started talking to the ladies, and I was like, okay, well, let's try to come up with a concept like that. And then we just started talking to the kings and started talking to the queens, and as we were writing it, it just came out to, I was gonna call it Believe in You. Mm-hmm. Then I said, okay, well, let's call it The King in You. But then I was like, I can't do that to the girls, to the ladies.
Right.
So I just came up with, let's just make it simple.
Yeah, I definitely want to play it, but you said something that I want to go back to.
Uh-huh.
Just, you were touring and singing other people's music, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
So, I mean, and I know you were approached and said, listen, let's get your own music out there. Let's get that together. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that still got you pretty far, right?
Absolutely.
Singing other people's music.
And
I mean, that's maybe part of your journey that you had to go through.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's your favorite song?
My favorite song to sing live?
Yeah.
To be honest, so can I tell you a story about that?
Yeah, tell me.
I'm going to get to the question in a second.
Tell me.
So it used to be Rock Steady by Aretha Franklin. Mm-hmm. And I still love that song. Don't get me wrong. It's just the way that the crowd responds to it. So I started doing shows at Parks Casino. So my set it was really, honestly, it was like an R&B soul set. Mm-hmm. So when we started playing at Parks Casino, we had to flip it because, the crowd is diverse. So I said, okay, one of my songs was Katy Perry's Roar. One of my favorite songs to sing. I mean, everybody is just like, the lyrics, just what the song is about, and the power behind it, the music and the live. I just love it. So that's one of my favorite songs, Roar by Katy Perry.
John, let's play. I want you to kind of introduce the track. Do you want to do that?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Go ahead, Tom.
So everybody, this is my brand new single. It was released on November 10th. And the title of the song is by Miss Tia. It's available on all digital media outlets.
Here we go.
On your shoulders, temperatures rising, but nights getting colder. Don't spread your wings to fly away from here. I got your back. One day you're up, one day you're down. No worries. You can turn it all around. 'Cause I hear you say, let the chips fall where they may. But that's no way to think. 'Cause baby, you deserve much more. Wait and see what's in store. Your story is far from over, girl. It's your time to show the world. When you feel like giving up, when you feel like giving in. But if we don't struggle, there's no way we will win. Just remember that you're bound to fall. There's no hope without pain. Just stay strong, just hold on. We're gonna make it through. You know, I know, I know, I know. I see the best in you. I cry, I try. Keep fighting, keep crying, keep trying, yeah. I dream, you dream, we grow. All things are possible, nothing's unachievable. Let's look into the wall. Your back, you'll see us through.
And we are back. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to 106.5 FM. I'm your host, Tia Shashahai. I have Miss Tia in the studio with me. She has a new single out called You Know, which you just heard. And now we're getting back to the fun. Hey.
Hey guys.
So what I'm going to do, I have a lot of questions because I know I love having guests on the show, and then I can kind of like do what everyone does anyway, is kind of stalk you on social media.
I love it.
So now I can actually have a reference point that why I know this. So what,
That's
so what
hilarious.
I'm going to say. So you said that there are like two voices in the song as well. So who are the voices, and then like what are they saying?
So it's five of us actually.
Okay.
So it's me, it's my mom, it's my godmother, and then it's two of my producers, Mario Crew and CJ Branch. So, and that was a last minute decision. It's so funny because we were gonna add like a piece from Angela Davis, like a nice empowerment piece. But we were like, okay, my mom just happened to come to the studio that day as we were wrapping up the song. He was like, you know what, Mom? I think you should be on the song.
Nice.
So they were just saying just random stuff. You can make it. You can do it. You have the golden pen, stuff like that. So it was cute, and it was an added touch. I was so grateful that she was able to be a part of it somehow.
Right.
So I was so excited about that.
So your first single, and I know it's still hot, but what's next?
Wow. So I was in the studio all day yesterday. So we were working on a Christmas piece. We should be releasing that soon. It should be out either this week or next week. I can't put an exact date on it. But also, we are working on my EP. So,
Nice.
I don't know when we're going to release it, but I'm going to take my time with it because I really want to put some heavy thought into it. I want to make it not only just, I'm big on production, but not only do I want it to sound great, but I just want the lyrics to really come across, and I just want it to be impactful. So the EP we will definitely be submitting to the Grammys next year.
Yes.
Yay.
That's awesome.
I missed the
Hand
mark
clap.
for I missed the time frame, I should say, for
Yeah.
the Grammys this year, but it's okay. We can still submit it. But we're definitely going to be ready for next year and get everything ready for the Grammys next year.
That's awesome. So wait, so you have the EP. You don't know when it's coming out, which is fine. So did you start like? Do you have any more tracks done on it, or
We didn't. So it's literally like just, we're trying to, no, to answer your question, no, because we're trying to figure out the layout of it, like the theme, we just want to know exactly what direction we want to go in.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do the video for first, get that out of the way.
Nice?
Yay.
Yeah.
And then once I'm done the video with then we'll move on to the EP.
So do you have kind of like a concept for this EP?
For the EP,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you, I don't know yet. I have
Yeah.
so many songs. I have a book full of songs that I've written. So I don't know exactly what songs we're going to use or what direction I want to go in. But they always say, how you come out is how people remember you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming out with inspirational music. I want to talk about, relationships a little bit, but good stuff. I don't want
Right.
to talk about the breakups and he broke my heart. No offense to anyone's music, but I just want to talk about, let's get back to love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I love that. Done. You already have one purchase.
Yay. Got my two,
Oh, two.
got my two downloads.
Exactly.
Yay.
Exactly. So I know that I love music.
Yeah,
right?
same here.
I love it. Sometimes I wish I could sing. I really do.
I bet you can, Tia.
I don't
see
even
it.
know. I don't know.
I think she can.
No, I wish I could. But because I can't, I love that you are out, you're here, and you're putting out this empowering music.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. And you're keeping true to it.
Yeah.
Like, because I know that sometimes it's hard to, like, as a new artist, you have to make a decision. Like, I have some friends, who moved to New York to kind of like make it. Is that something that's in your mind, or are you true to Philly?
That's a great question, because people often approach me about it, just saying, hey, at some point you're going to have to relocate. I'm true to Philly, absolutely, as far as the music, as far as, who I work with and stuff like that. But honestly, I think, you find the most growth outside of your comfort zone. So eventually I think I would have to branch out and move and relocate, just to find a different, just so you can connect with different people.
Right.
And then you can, you just find so many stuff outside of just Philly or outside of just, your circle, what So,
Exactly. There you go. So have you performed, yet?
No, so we are going to, the first performance is on December 16th at Kelsey's in Atlantic City.
Nice.
So we're getting everything together. I just want to come out with a bang, because sometimes when people aren't familiar with something, they're like, okay, yeah, that's cute. But I really want to do it right as far as marketing, branding, and I just want to come out with a bang.
And as far as marketing, you're using
Zamira Scott.
Yes.
The one and only.
No, right, the one and only, right? Who's here, and she's trying to get him. But can you?
Let's see it. Let's see it.
No. Yeah, so she's down there now. So just bring her in, and then we'll talk to her a little bit about the marketing, because you want to do it right?
Absolutely.
Like, that makes sense to me. Like, that's like a big deal. So I know that at your listening party, I'm going to go back to that because it made such an impression on me. I know that just from doing the show and like talking to like successful people in Philadelphia, I realized that they always have a team of people.
Yeah.
It's never like it always ends up saying, oh, you know what, my mentor pushed me to do this.
Yep.
Or, my family is So I kind of feel like we know, and I just from being at the listening party, I'm like, wow, like the entire room was behind you. You have like this force, like, propelling you, I guess, in a way, like to stardom. You know what I mean? I think that's so beautiful. I had to say that. So I'm like, that's the first thing I'm going to tell her. I think it was amazing. I'm like, wow. So who is your mentor? Do you have a musical, someone in the business? You do?
I do. I have a few mentors.
Okay.
One of my mentors is Dr. Owen Brown. He is he calls himself the vocal scientist, but he's my vocal coach, but he's also a mentor. He's worked with so many people in the industry. I can't even begin to name the people that he's worked with, but as far as guiding me through the industry, just overall, just even with my health, you know, because that's important as a performer. But he's been completely walking me through this step by step. Also, Eric Johnson, he's very low key, but he's a powerhouse. I call him my secret weapon.
Oh, I love it.
So, but he also guides me through the industry and just helping me get things done. And we want to do things the right way. So, you know, the way I present myself speaks a lot for who I am. So my mentors are like all for that.
See, I love that. I absolutely love it. So Z just walked in. So we have a mic. So I'll put on this mic right here. Yeah, do your thing. Take your time and do your thing. In the meantime, I'm going to open up the phone lines. It's 215-923-9776. If you have any questions or comments for Miss Tia, I'm going to try my best to put you on air and then to get you in.
Yay.
Yeah. So now, I love you know that already.
Thank you.
And I can't wait until your EP drops because I'm super excited. So what is like your ultimate purpose? Like, I know you said that this is like a gift from God, that you have a platform now that you cannot not sing, right? Yeah. So what's your ultimate goal? Like, do you want to sell out Madison Square Garden? You know, like what's your ultimate goal here?
My ultimate goal, I mean, Madison Square Garden, that will be amazing. That will be mind blowing. But honestly, my ultimate goal is for people to be moved by my music. Like, I'm moved by so many other artists in the industry. I just want people to feel good about themselves and to be empowered and to want to love again. You know, if we're going to talk about relationships, I want them to feel like, okay, this is what love looks like. You know, when I hear her music, I want to chase my dreams. If you see my journey, and I'm not the perfect person, but I just want people to be inspired by what I'm doing and where I'm going. I feel like if I'm just a small little Philly girl that's, you know, taking on her dreams head on, you can do the same thing. So I just want people to be uplifted by what I'm doing in my music.
I want to talk about this one thing that you just said about the uplifting music. It's just that I know, like, an R&B, like, and like you said, don't get me wrong, I love music about like relationships and like everything else. But sometimes, like, if I'm in a mood and I've had an issue, you know, and it's like, I don't want to be reminded of how bad love is.
Exactly.
I don't want the wallowing songs, you know.
Exactly.
I want something to shift it, you know, to shift my mood, right, a little bit. And that's why I love that song, because it's like a reminder. Like, it serves as a reminder as you listen to it. And we all love music so much, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand how music plays a lot to your mood and how you feel, and what even like it directs your next steps too.
Absolutely.
Like, music is a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool. Absolutely. Z, what's up?
Hey, Z.
I'm trying to get this, but this is huge. I didn't realize how big this was until now.
Look, so Z came in. So she's absolutely amazing. I know that she's running Miss Tia's marketing campaign, right?
She is.
So how did you hook up with Z?
So Z is also affiliated with Revolution Collective. And as I was going through the process, to be honest with you, I didn't think that it would be this big. CJ kept saying, you know, once we're done this, we have to get it to Zamira. And I'm like, okay, I heard of Zamira, but I haven't seen Zamira yet. He's like, you know, once it's done, it's got to go to Zamira. Okay. So he's like, I just want you to talk to her, you know, even if you don't want to work with her a long time, I just want you to have one conversation with her. I was like, okay. But when I tell you, when Z and I met, the connection was just, to me, it was like meant to be.
Wow.
It was dynamite.
Like, no lie, just meant to be. I mean, her professionalism, I mean, if you don't know Z, like, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as she steps into the, like, and I'm not, like, pumping her up, but seriously, this is Z. Like, I always rave about her because it's just her personality, her spirit, and just working with her, to me, it's just, everything is in decency and in order. So, that's how I met Z.
Whoa.
And she
I don't
stuck
even know.
with, but she
Thank
stuck with
you.
me for life. She doesn't know that.
Listen, Tia and Tia, I feel blessed right now. You guys both are phenomenal. Tia, I love working with you. It's just easy.
Yeah, it is.
It just flows, and not saying any of my other clients. Shout out to my clients in the
Right.
city. I love you guys, but I love being able to work with you. You're coachable. You get it done. You're moving. Oh my gosh.
Everyone's saying that.
Whoa, that hit the charts. Like, I just had a conversation with Carvin Higgins the other day, and he was just like, "This song is doing numbers." I'm just like,
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So then we're talking about doing it right with, your first live performance where you're going to be singing it and everything else and signing autographs, I'm sure. No, seriously. It's at Kelsey's December.
So the first show is December 16th.
Okay.
So I'm there every single weekend. So December 16th, 23rd, and New Year's Eve, 31st.
Nice.
I'll have them available this Friday as well.
Nice.
So
So, Z, back to you. I know, what did you feel when you first heard Miss Tia's song, and did you feel like, because we were talking earlier before you came in, like, not any really R&B songs are kind of like empowering
Absolutely.
and making people actually feel like, they can do it, right? So are you, as far as marketing, like, do you feel like that's marketable?
Absolutely.
that
I feel
approach?
like it's necessary, especially right now when we have like so much of the youth just everywhere, all over the place. Music influences them. And I feel like this is a start to something that could be revolutionary to other artists to be able to be like, wow, Tia knocked it out the park. Maybe I need to be, encouraging someone else. There's another guy, I think his name is Benji Speaks. He has this whole thing and he does music too. And it kind of correlated to empowering the youth, being able to have them really just believe in themselves and just us as adults. Oh my gosh, we get like beat down every day about things that we think we're so wonderful at, and then someone's like, not so much. So like hearing I'm just like, I know I'm a queen.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're a king, and that's enough. Yeah. So it was necessary. I feel blessed to be a part of this. So thank you again.
And what's so interesting is just that what's happening now, the dynamic of a lot of people coming out saying that, listen, I'm trying to do it all. I'm stressed. Like, a lot of people don't have the support system either, but just hearing a song like that, I mean, it's a constant reminder for them, like, you know what, you got it. And it's coming from you. And then you're going to have more of that available, which I love and which is so great, which I like. It's just so great. So I know you have an entire like book, you said, of songs that you wrote. So how hard is it to choose songs for this EP?
Well, I think honestly, just working with Revolution Collective, they kind of helped me bring my vision to life. So once I present my work to them, it's done from there. You know what I mean? So it's not that hard when you're working with powerful people and producers that know what sounds good and what, what the industry needs. So it's just a go from there.
Let's talk about more of your like performances. So what's something that you do, like a routine that gets you like super pumped for a performance?
Honestly, I don't want to be super deep, but I pray.
Yeah.
I have tea. I go into my prayer room, so to speak, and I just fall on my knees and I just pray, not asking God to, because a lot of times, in this industry, you want to be big or you just want to be famous. That's not me. But my prayer is always, whatever I'm doing, I want somebody to say, okay, or be inspired by it, or say, I feel like if she's doing it, so can I. So that's my routine. I get up, I pray, I read my word, and I'm drinking my tea, and I'm usually in my quiet time. And that sets the mood for my entire day.
That's amazing.
It's the truth.
I think it's so simple, but there's beauty in simplicity, right? I think that's so great. So then let's talk about when you perform and you get up there, and you said that you're normally like just super shy, but something comes over you. I like getting deep because this show is about deep conversation too. I gotta say this. So what do you think that is?
Getting on stage and performing and.
Yeah, like for instance, like, and you said that something comes over you. Is that like a calm? Is that you just, It's like you just know that this is what you're supposed to do. Like this is your life right now. And then so you're guided by, like for instance, some people say that when they write, they feel like it's coming from a different source, like a different place.
I feel like the stage is my comfort zone. It feels like home, and it feels like this is right and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So it flows naturally. And because I'm naturally a shy person, believe it or not, I don't like speaking in front of people. So like I said, this whole, me getting up on stage and singing it's completely out of my comfort zone. But when I'm in the zone and on stage, like I can't really, everything's like blacked out around me, and I'm just doing my thing and just singing and just hoping to touch somebody, So
What are some words of encouragement you can give aspiring singers that are listening?
no matter what, you can't give up. Like you got to keep going. Even those times where you feel like I can't do this, or, I can't afford this. It's not always about money. But like you said earlier, it's about the people that's backing you up and that's behind you and standing behind you. As long as you got one or two people on your team that's pushing you, you can do it. You know what I mean? I'm a small girl from Philly, not small physically, but you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get there to you. I'm just a little girl from Philly.
There's a lot of people who want to have your shape. Let me tell you, all right?
Right.
Yes. Let's stop. See, look at her.
But no, for real, I'm just, just a girl from Philly that decided to just go for it. And I'm not a spring chicken, I'm not 21. I'm 21 in my head. But
I know that's right. I feel you on that
I'm
one.
just doing it. And as I'm going along, God is blessing me with people like Zamira. He's blessing me with people like Revolution Collective. And he's allowing me to he's providing everything that I need to move forward in this industry. So as long as you have the gift and the talent and the confidence to do it, it can be done.
Absolutely. I agree. They say that once you make the decision to succeed, all things will be added to you, right? Like once you just have
the
to
universe
decide.
conspires to help you.
Yes, girl, just stop. Oh my God, yes.
Yep.
I truly believe that. Like I know that to be true, and then you are proof of that. Yeah. So I had I wanted you said something, and then now I just lost it because I got too excited. I got too excited. I'm like, So I think that's absolutely amazing what you're doing, and you've inspired me. And I'm not even like trying to be in the music industry, but you make me want to be. Like what? No, I'm joking. But no. So that's what it is. Yeah. So basically, as far as inspiration and inspiring those who are looking up to you, and sometimes, they're not in the industry at all. They're like doing something else. So what were you doing before? Like, did you have like a full-time gig before you were full-time in music? And how did you transition if you did?
That's a good question, because I still have my full-time job. So I'm trying to figure out how to balance. It's working, but I'm trying to figure out how to balance my full-time job and my dream job, which is singing music full-time. So I'm thinking to myself, it's funny because I just had a conversation with somebody the other day, and they're like, okay, Tia, at some point you're gonna have to let this gig go. You know what I mean? Not this gig, but the job, the corporate American job. You're gonna have to let it go. And it's just the honest to God's truth. If you want to, be great and do great things, you have to invest into your gift, into your craft 1,000%. So that's something that I'm, praying about, and something that's, it's going to come eventually.
Yeah.
I just have to keep working it. I got to figure this out.
So let's talk about, I didn't know you had your full-time job.
I do.
How do you do it? How do you do it all?
By the grace of God. So I'm working 8 hours during the day, and then at night, as soon as I get off work, literally every single day, I'm grinding. I get off work and I'm working on my music, whether it's in rehearsal, whether it's in sitting at home just writing something, whether it's, going to the studio with the Revolution Collective. I have to continue to work all, even when I'm not at my full-time job. I have to work on my full-time job, my dream job.
That's amazing. stay tuned because we have Delilah Robin up next. My girl Delilah Robin and the Delilah Robin Show. I love the way she says that. It's really deep. But until then, we have a couple more minutes with Miss Tia. So I told you I was going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Yes, let's do it. Let's go.
I told you I was going to put you on the spot.
ready.
What about just sing a little something? You want to sing just something?
Do you want me to sing You Know, or would you like me
I
to
want you
sing?
to sing anything you are inspired to sing right now. Like, what's in your heart?
Let's see. I want to sing. I hate this, but I'm gonna do it for you, Tia.
Let's go.
All right. There's a song by Kiki Wyatt that I love, and
Okay.
it's called "Lie Under You."
All right.
All right. I'm lying in the back of my daddy's old pickup truck, looking up in the sky at the stars. All I see is you. Yeah. When I find myself in my room, sitting here with the blues, 'cause all I want is you. Oh, yeah. You're like a bottle of wine. You get better with time. All I need is a glass of you.
What? Girl, I almost fell on my seat with that. You have everyone in the studio
That was
coming
the only
looking
one
through the window.
That was the only one that I could think of.
There's just a few people out there, a couple people, a lot of people out there
Yeah.
came and looking through the window. That was, girl, yes. Yes. What? Oh my God. Like, that just blew me away.
Aw, thank
Your
you.
voice is so beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, okay. One last question before we have to go, and then we have to let Delilah Robin come in and do her thing. I do want to close out the show playing your single again, though, too.
Yes.
Okay.
One thing, quick question: what would you tell your 11-year-old self? You can go back and whisper in her ear on your 11th birthday. What would you say?
You are more than enough. You are more than amazing, and you are more than capable of doing this.
Where can I find you, Tia?
They can find me on Instagram at I am Miss Tia. Facebook is Miss Tia Music. And also my website is IamMissTia.com.
Amazing. And then also talk about your date again. The date at Kelsey's.
The dates are December 16th, December 23rd, and December 31st at Kelsey's in Atlantic City.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being here.
Thank you, Tia.
So much, Z, for
Yes.
even introducing me to
Yes.
Miss Tia. I mean, we gave you a couple shout outs from the show. You have to listen to the
Yeah, I
replay.
definitely did. Thank you. Thank you. I
But I want to say thank you so much. And once again, this is why we're here at WPPM. We've been here for a year now, and we are nonprofit, and we just love having super talented local musicians on, thought leaders, writers, authors. You're doing anything that's helping the community. Like, this is why WPPM, People Power Media, stands, right? So if you go to WPPMFM.org and donate, this is the last day of the fund drive, and it's been so much fun here with Miss Tia, Z, and then our friends in the studio. Shout out to Brooke with the Facebook Live and your girlfriend, Shannon with the Facebook Live. Thank you so much. And once again, enjoy this beautiful Sunday. Delilah Robin is up next. I'm your girl, Tia Shasha High. Stay lit, love inspired, and true. Until next Sunday, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
shoulder.